Today's custom spreads are all about color. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and today I have 3 more custom planner spreads. This time they are all bright and fun colored. We are doing a monthly spread for Bobby using the Party Time sticker book. Sweet Melissa requested a rainbow bright spread, so you know that one's got some fun colors. And then Janet specifically requested colors pink, orange, bright citrusy colors, and I cannot wait to create that for her. So I will put you all on fast forward. I will link the things that I used down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. All right, let's start with Bobby's monthly spread. I have pulled some paper. This is just paper that I had in my stash. I believe it was from the Hip Kit Club a while ago. I pulled 2 different pieces because I'm going to layer them together as a background for this particular spread. Bringing scrapbook paper into your planner spreads is a really fast way to make them very unique. Let me show you what I'm going to do. So I have these 2 pieces together. You just need to know what size the ending paper needs to be. That would be 7 inches wide by 9¼ inches tall based on the size of a classic happy planner. So that is what I'm putting together right here, layering the pieces very carefully and then reinforcing with extra adhesive so that they will be nice and strong. Then I am cutting apart or cutting out the boxes of the monthly calendar from an extra piece that I have. Then I can just mount those boxes on top of the scrapbook paper. Truthfully, you can do that and that's going to be a huge impact. You really don't need a lot more decor because I chose a very busy scrapbook paper. It's gonna be a lot on the page, but I think it's very, very pretty and a beautiful background. A great idea for monthly spreads especially. Adding scrapbook paper to each and every week of your planner really will add up fast. It'll start to feel very thick, a little bit two-dimensional, but reserving it to really make your monthly spread stand out is a great idea and something that I love to do. All right, so I've pulled out a dated sticker book from Keleva Plan. Love her handwriting. Definitely going to use it up here. So I'm adding the dates here at the top. Sorry, the days of the week. And then we will go through and date the calendar for July 2024. It's hard to believe that we're already here. Already in July. So let's go ahead and put numbers down 1 through 30. And once those are in place, then I can start adding a little bit of the decor element to the spread. All right, Bobby has a lot of family birthdays and some fun things coming up this month. She wanted me to use the Party sticker book from Wrong, which I love that sticker book. She said to please place emphasis on using some of the cakes. And so I definitely pulled some stickers that have the beautiful tea cakes and things like that. It definitely is giving me British Bake Off feels, which I love because I love that show. It's one of my favorite ones. I watch it all of the time over and over while I'm working, just because I find it just lovely. They're all so lovely to each other. So I'm going to pull a few stickers. We are looking for sidebar stickers. I've put my sticker guides over top of the planner spreads. Now I get this question all of the time. Some of you have seen me use these sticker guides. You've purchased them and you say when you use them that your stickers are sticking. If your stickers are sticking to the sticker guide, you're most likely using the wrong side of the sticker guide. Each sticker guide has 2 sides. One side is very, very shiny and slick. The other side is a little bit more matte looking. You want to put your stickers on the non-shiny side. If you put them on the shiny side, they will stick and tear, and that will defeat the purpose. You want to be able to put them on the non-shiny side. That is how you're able to move your stickers on and off with ease. There are a few dates that I needed to account for on this spread. Bobby's niece has a birthday on the 9th. Her mother has a birthday on the 25th. And then the 26th and the 27th, she's participating in a planner conference. So much fun for a planner conference in Florida. So I definitely wanted to make sure the boxes were on there. Otherwise, I'm kind of going crazy with the decor. So I'm hoping that Bobby doesn't need to add too many other dates to this particular spread. If so, she'll want to pull in some more decorative boxes to layer over the decorative stickers that I am going to end up placing on this spread. All right, so once I feel pretty good with where everything's placed, we'll start moving the stickers onto the spread. I had to adjust ever so slightly because I needed a little bit more space around the 26th and the 27th when she was planning on going to this planner conference. So I wanted to make sure there was plenty of space for her to write some info right there. Love the sidebar stickers. Again, layered over the scrapbook paper, but I still think they're fun, and I like the multiple patterns. It might feel like too much for some of you. I think it feels very grandma chic, which is apparently very much in these days. So pattern upon pattern is bright and colorful, and I love it. So when I'm putting the larger stickers down, I am using whiteout at times to make sure that the lines don't interfere with the image too much. And I'm having to pull up the numbers a little bit so that I can layer them behind, or sorry, layer the numbers on top of the image that I'm using, just so that you can definitely see them, because obviously numbers are pretty important on a calendar. So pulling it up like this ever so slightly, put the piece down, sorry, playing with whiteout here, put that down, and then I can just put the number right down over the top. Once everything's transferred, that's going to be it. I love how this spread came out. I think it is beautiful and whimsical. And Bobby, I hope that you love your monthly planner spread for July. If you like this spread, let me know down below. Let me know your thoughts on the scrapbook paper on your monthly pages. I think that would be a fabulous thing to work on for an entire year. Next up is a spread for Melissa. She requested a lined vertical spread in the grande size, which corresponds to a classic size happy planner. And she requested a rainbow bright theme, which is so fun. I actually think I've done a rainbow bright theme before. Like, it's ringing a bell, and when I was looking for images online, it felt like I had done it before. So I found an image on Google, used that image to create some stickers that I could use on this particular spread because it was hard to find some Rainbow Bright stickers. So I pulled those. I also pulled the Retro Babe sticker book from Live Love Posh, which is a great kind of throwback feel sticker book, and I thought would be perfect to combine some of the 90s images from the sticker book with this particular theme for Rainbow Bright. So I actually had some issues with some mispunching on this particular spread, but I was able to work around my mistakes, fix them just a little bit because I used some stickers. If ever you mispunch a page, meaning the punches are just a little bit off, it almost looks double punched, when you layer stickers over the top of them, you can repunch and it kind of fixes the whole issue, which is what I ended up doing on Melissa's spread. So I have all the Rainbow Bright dolls here that, again, I used my Cricut to create stickers out of an image that I found online, which is a great idea, something to do. And then we're also layering them with the Retro Babe sticker book. I mean, come on, JanSport backpack, all of the colorful records, the bubblegum machine, all the things that I believe Melissa would have been playing with her Rainbow Bright dolls and watching the Rainbow Bright cartoon, all of that business. I'm planning again on the sticker guides. And you can see I did use scrapbook paper on this spread as well. Instead of using a full piece, I found this cool pattern. This was actually, again, in some scraps that I had in my stash. And I thought it would be fun to have the pattern anchor the two corners, but then also go across the spread. I just think it's a cool look. My guess is that Melissa is using this spread perhaps as a creative journal, but even if she's going to use this as a functional spread for her catch-all planner, you'll see that I can still add boxes to make this really still work for a lot of different purposes. All right, I'm starting to transfer over some of the decorative stickers to get those in place. Once those are in place, I'm going to pull in a few more. Let's pull them off from the other side. Sometimes the sticker paper I use tears a little bit easily, so I have to be a little bit careful. You can see my poor Rainbow Bright doll tore in half, but this particular sticker paper is also it looks really good when you put it back together. Like you can barely tell that there is a tear. Let me just get these in place. Then I'm going to go through the Retro Babe sticker book and see if I can add some more decorative pieces. I also realized that I needed to redo the days of the week at the top. So back to the Keleva Plan Dated Basics sticker book. That comes in handy so much. So let's add the days of the week at the top of this spread. And then I'm going to pull in some functional boxes. We're going to do black functional boxes so that they are nice and bold against all of the bright colors on the page. Going through to make sure there's at least one functional box on each part of the spread, and there's still a ton of room to write on this spread. That is something I hear all the time. People wonder, if you put so much on a planner spread, how do you still write? How do you still track your plans? Well, you layer functional boxes over the top. So you still see the pattern, you still see the decor, but you have plenty of room to write, which is what I'm doing right here. The functional boxes that I'm using are from Mojo Jojo Plans. She is my go-to for all things functional. She has a great array of boxes in different colors, a ton of different sticker books. So make sure to head over there and check out all that she has to offer. All right, I'm repunching the holes like I said I needed to do. I'm fixing them with the stickers, and that's going to be it. Let me know what you think. I think this spread came out so cute. I absolutely love it. Melissa, I hope you very much enjoy your Rainbow Bright spread. It definitely brought a smile to my face to work on it. I have to fix one last little sticker. It's so finicky over here with her hair. All right, that'll be it. Next up is a spread for Janet. Next up is a spread for Janet, who requested my new quad layout spread, which I am using all summer long. So it was fun to get some more practice decorating this spread. Janet did not request a specific theme, but more a specific color scheme. She wanted pinks and oranges, which definitely screams summer to me. So I grabbed for a collection from 49 and Market. This is a scrapbook collection called Art Options. I think it's Spice. I will definitely link it down below. So I'm using some paper in the corners of this particular spread. We're also going to layer in some washi tape from my stash. I have this orange stripe that is beautiful and bright, which will be nice to combine with the pink paper up at the top. So I will work that across the whole top. Sorry, I had a little torn paper issue that I had to fix right there. Let's continue with the washi tape there at the top. And then at the bottom, I'm going to pull in a grid washi tape that is the bold magenta color that I went with as the pink. And that's just really working to combine a couple of the elements on the page. I'm starting to set the tone. The quad layout I have found to be pretty darn functional because it allows you to mix task lists and scheduled events in on one page. It's almost like having a whole week of a bunch of mini dailies, if that makes sense. Like if you are a daily planner, this might be how you kind of see your week, because it's like a bunch of mini daily layouts. It's fun to play around with. So I'm pulling in some ephemera pieces. We're going to make just a fun cluster over here. Love having the like film strip look. I'm just adding a few tickets. This is going to have a little bit of a junk journal feel, but like a bright summer junk journal. I am also being very generous with the adhesive that I'm using. This is the Tombow Tape Runner. It is my favorite adhesive. I've used it forever. I want to do plenty of adhesive because I don't want these elements to fall out while Janet is using this in her planner. Your planner is something that is obviously not behind a page protector. It's being used, it's being flipped. And so when you are adhering scrapbook elements to that layout, you want to make sure that they are going to stay secure for a really long period of time. You can also, of course, use glue. Grab a glue stick. That will work as well. I just really like that I can work with the adhesive pretty easily without worrying about any wet mediums. For functional boxes, I am adding in jewel tone colored boxes from Mojo Jojo Plans. Just like I mentioned before, she's my go-to for all things functional boxes. So I'm using the sticker guides once again on the non-shiny side to lay out where boxes might go. I have been finding that I like a mix of boxes and bullet points or checklists on my pages because sometimes I have tasks, sometimes I have schedules. I'm kind of still mixing and matching on my quad layout just to see what will work best. And whenever you're experimenting with a new layout, that is really the way to go. Change it up for a few weeks until you kind of settle into something that really is working well for you. All right, I wanted to use the rest of this piece of ephemera because it was too cute not to, so I'm going to have it going off the top of the page. Let me make sure to cut those two pages apart, and then let's start transferring boxes over. I will mix a few more ephemera pieces in with the boxes, not everywhere, but pretty consistently adding those in because I did end up wanting this to feel very much like a junk journal page, but like it's a fun junk journal. It's not all the vintage feels that you normally get with junk journal pages. This one is your summer theme. All right, I'm going to continue getting those boxes down. I do actually pull out Mojo Jojo plans, check it off in the bold and pastel colors. That way I can grab some bullet points and a checklist and call it a day. That is pretty much it for Janet's spread, just a few finishing touches. So it's your turn. Let me know, which spread did you like the most today? Was it Bobby's monthly tea party theme? Was it Melissa's rainbow bright theme? Or was it Janet's hot pink and orange theme? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, I will link all of the supplies that I used down below, so be sure to check those out. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. We're having a fabulous time. We would love for you to join us over on Patreon. You can always find out more by clicking the link for Patreon down below. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day. And as always, keep it creative.